What's going on, guys? The Inside Loop Podcast, and today we're talking about Cody Bellinger and free agency and how I feel that Brian Cashman has done. And Brian Cashman's done a good job so far, but there's still a lot that needs to be done. Right now, this offense needs to get a boost. Right, it needs more juice. This offense doesn't have enough juice yet to get back to the World Series. I need a first baseman, whether it's Christian Walker or Carlos Santana. I need a third baseman. Is that Alex Bregman? A potential trade? Are they signing a second baseman and they're keeping Jazz at third? What are the potential moves for the New York Yankees? Let's break it down. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and let's get into it. But starting off, I'm happy with Brian Cashman. I'm happy how he's discussed and how he's really changed the way we're operating. I feel like Brian Cashman this year has had it full go. We're making moves and we're not messing around. We just traded for one of the best closers in baseball. We signed one of the best pitchers on the free agent market. And we just traded for Cody Bellinger, a really solid outfielder who can play first base as well. And overall, so far that's good. That's good and all. But like I said, they need a third baseman, they need a second baseman, and a first baseman. Right, we know Jazz is going to be playing either third or second this year. First baseman, is that Christian Walker? Is that Carlos Santana? But a lot of things. Right, let's get into this Cody Bellinger deal. And at first, I was really 50-50 on it because what type of Cody Bellinger are we going to get? We're not going to get the 2019 MVP Bellinger, of course, but I want to see a good season out of Cody Bellinger. I want to see a guy that can hit 20 plus home runs for the Yankees and hit for good average, like 260. He hit 266 last year with the Cubs. I expect him to do that. It's a very hitter-friendly ballpark. A lot of his home runs are hit the right field. He doesn't really push the ball to left center. It's mainly the right field. And for the Yankees, I mean, we saw what Juan Soto could do with the short porch. He had 41 home runs. But let's keep Juan Soto out of the conversations because we got Cody Bellinger now, and he's not a Juan Soto, but it's probably one of the best pieces you could add from the trade market, in my opinion. A lot of players aren't really available for trade, so they go out and get Cody Bellinger, and what seems like a really good fit. We know that the stuff that Cody Bellinger said years ago about the cheating scandal. He was in agreement. He was in agreement that Altuve stole an MVP from Judge. So it seems like Bellinger's gonna be liked in the clubhouse already. But the other thing too is that no top prospects were given up in this Bellinger deal. I thought maybe potentially a Will Warren's going to the Cubs or something like that. No, the Yankees just ate up the money. They just ate up the contract. The Cubs didn't retain much. And that's really why the trade took so long to become official, because both parties couldn't really agree on the money deal. But regardless, really solid trade for the Yankees. We need to see what Cody Bellinger can do. I guess from an early scout, we know he could play good defense. He could play really good at first. So maybe they switched to Cody Bellinger, maybe playing more first base. Aaron Boone said it today in the press conference with Max Fried after it, like, hey, Booney, is Bellinger mainly the center fielder? And he was like, no. He thinks that's fake news that Cody Bellinger is going to be just a center fielder. So that makes me believe that, hey, maybe there's two other moves that I'm not recalling that could potentially be made. Is that signing Christian Walker? Or are they going to prioritize Bellinger at first and they look more towards Anthony Santander? And if you haven't been watching Twitter or X or social media, Anthony Santander just recently followed the New York Yankees. So does that mean a potential move is in the works that Brian Cashman's not telling us? Or Booney? There was some mutual interest in Santander to really fill out the outfield. Because with Dominguez, the Martian, I love him. I love the player. His defense is suspect. but I think he has a good enough bat. I mean, he's a switch hitter. He's fun. He can steal bags. He could play okay defense. He looked lost in left field, and that's a tough place to play in left field of Yankee Stadium. I mean, even Brett Gardner said it years ago that left field is a hard position to play in the Yankee Stadium. But here's what I want to know. I want to know if Anthony Santander is coming here. He played first base before, so it's not like you're doing an experiment of signing Anthony Santander to a 5-year, $85 million contract, something like that. And that's gonna be your first baseman. So that's where I wonder. I want to know why the talks have kind of stalled with Christian Walker. I think it's a year. I don't think it's a money thing. I really think it comes down to the years. I think he wants like a 4 or 5 year deal going to age 39, and the Yankees just can't do that. I mean, you already have a lot of guys coming on late contracts, right? Max Fried at the end of the deal, he's going to be 38. I mean, Garrett Cole has a contract that's going to age him out too. Judge too. So that's 3 players alone. Giancarlo Stanton. So there's a lot of players that are on deals that are, with a lot of years left. So we'll see what goes with that. But I want Christian Walker so bad, man. Just keep Belly in the center field. On when Christian Walker needs an off day, or if he, gets injured, unfortunately, because that can happen. He did suffer some injuries previous seasons. You could just slot Belly at first. That's all you got to do. And I don't think we're going to get Pete Alonso. I don't think so. I think he signs with the Mets again. I really do. I don't think he goes anywhere else. I know a bunch of teams are in the first base market, but Cohen's got money. I think they're going to re-sign Pete. If they don't, maybe they pivot to Carlos Santana, or they even try and go for Christian Walker. So a lot of moves still need to be made. This offense is not nearly done because opening day, if you look at the projected opening day roster, not great, right? I don't want Oswaldo playing. I'll keep him on the bench. I'll keep Ben Rice on the bench for depth, but I don't want them starting. I want the big guns. I want Christian Walker. I would love Carlos Santana, and I know a lot of people find that crazy because he is 38 years of age. But I mean, he's my second option. I'm looking at the numbers. I mean, the batting average isn't maybe what you want, but the OPS is good. The fielding is what is really good. His fielding run value is elite. But I mean, there's just so many things that I like about about Carlos Santana. Sorry about that. He walks a lot, doesn't strike out very much. A 16.7% strikeout rate last year. He doesn't chase very often, so he has a good bat. His expected batting average was 246. He hit 238, so that's a bit of a dip. But regardless, I know what I'm getting out of Carlos Santana. A seasoned veteran who could play elite defense and have a good enough bat. I'm all for it. But another thing that honestly shocked me, and also the good thing about Carlos Santana is he's probably not going to be too pricey. Maybe like a 1-year, $12, $13 million deal. Hits a lot of his home runs kind of everywhere, but mainly to right field. Hits doubles, hits singles, hits everything. The other big talk besides the Cody Bellinger deal is that the Yankees are still in on Roki Sasaki. That shocked me. They're having an in-person meeting. The interest is still there, but it's like, I guess they're probably just having a meeting. I don't think we're getting Sasaki. If you think we're getting, if you think that I think we're getting Sasaki, I don't believe so. Now, Sasaki's a great pitcher. He's young, but the rotation seems to be set. Unless Brian Cashman has another trick up his sleeve that he's trading away Clark Schmidt, who I think realistically out of the guys that are currently in the starting 5, I think he's the most realistic to be traded. They're not going to trade Heel. They already said no to that when the Yankees inquired about Kyle Tucker. They refuse to include Luis Gil in any deals. Rodon's on a contract that you can't move. Max Fried just signed with the Yankees, and there's no way they're moving the ace Garrett Cole. And I mean, I know Stroman's kind of your sixth man, but I mean, maybe they move him off for a small deal. A lot of moves are still going to be made for the Yankees, and I don't think adding Sasaki, even though it does sound amazing, Cole, Fried, Rodon, Sasaki, and then you have Gil as your number 5. That's fun, but I don't think starting pitching is where our focus needs to be. Our focus needs to be on the hitting, because that's what costed you, and fielding. You need good fielding, and you need good hitting, and hitting in runners in scoring position. That's the biggest thing that I need for this Yankee squad. I need guys that can hit for power, but also put the ball in play and just make it fun. Get doubles, get singles, get some speed in the lineup. You got Jazz, Volpe as good guys with speed. Glaber's not going to be coming back. Rizzo's gone. Tommy Kahnle's still a free agent. Tim Hill's still a free agent. I bet they've had some talks, but as of now, nothing's close on deals with Tommy Kahnle or Tim Hill, as far as I'm concerned. I haven't seen anything with those moves, but I'm happy. I'm a happy Yankee fan, and that's what I want to be, right? I don't want to be a sad Yankee fan. Cool. It was sad to lose Soto, but right now, with this plan B that Brian Cashman is cooking up, Yankee fans are maybe starting to forget about Juan Soto. And it also seems like any move the Yankees make, Mets fans are right in there. They're right in there saying, hey, Cody Bellinger, one of the highest strikeout percentages in the postseason. Why would you get that guy? Or signing Max Fried, stuff like that. But as Yankee fans, we just got to keep the Mets out of our system. Yeah, sure. Cody Bellinger strikes out a lot in the postseason. Whatever. It's not like they have only him in the lineup. And I know you're going to say, oh, you got Aaron Judge and now Cody Bellinger, two of the biggest guys that strike out in the postseason. Come on. Let's settle down. I'm not worried with Bellinger. The guy hasn't even played a game yet in a Yankee uniform. But getting back to Cody Bellinger and why I was maybe a little bit hesitant, it's because the numbers are okay. Like, they're solid numbers. He's a solid bat. He's no Kyle Tucker, and he's no Juan Soto, but he's good enough to play. And he's good enough, and for that price, getting just Cody Patet, shipping him off, I wonder what the saying was for Cody Patet, that Brian Cashman's calling up their GM and saying, hey, Cody Patet's a really good pitcher, and he's going to give you a lot of innings. And just give us Cody Bellinger, and we got a handshake deal. It seems like how this trade went down. And it also seemed like how the Devin Williams trade went down. With Nestor Cortez leaving, player that can give you innings, give you a 3.5 ERA, 3.6, whatever. Give you innings, can pitch from the bullpen, has some good stuff. Caleb Durbin gone. A prospect that is good. Don't even think he cracks the Brewers' top 15, so that's interesting. But still, he's got a lot of potential. He's a young bat, young guy who could steal bags, hit for average, hit for everything. He was projected to be the Yankees' starting second baseman. That's gone. So I wonder if the Yankees pivot to Bregman and then with Jazz at second. I think that'd be really good if they can get Alex Bregman. I know the Mets are probably in on Bregman, or the Red Sox, or other teams, but maybe the Yankees aren't. They said that they're going to put their foot forward on Bregman, see if they can push some tires, kick some tires, and maybe they get him. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. A lot of moves to be made. We're not done yet. The Yankees are far from done. Hit that subscribe button. We're going to keep bringing you content, whether it's Instagram Reels, TikToks, or on the YouTube. Stay tuned, guys. And, of course, like I said, road to 300 subs. Let's get it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.